Have you ever felt almost instantly when meeting a new person that they are special somehow? Already after the first lesson, I felt an overwhelming feeling that I have to make a film about this guy. This was on my first day in Bali. I had booked 5 surfing lessons before even arriving there, but I had no idea I was going to make a new Balinese friend. This is the story about me trying to learn how to surf while at the same time making a film about my surf teacher, Noah. As with every film project, I learned some valuable lessons, and in this video I'm gonna share them with you.
It's only 6:42 in the morning right now. I'm really tired. But I'm going to the beach now to meet up Noah, my surf teacher, and I'm gonna do an interview with him. Hopefully film some surfing, which I've never done before, so this is gonna be awesome.
When you meet Noah for the first time, his smile says everything. He loves his job. He loves to surf and he loves teaching people how to surf. And I'm making a big promise to him that I will tell you about in the end of this video. I'm excited to go surfing again after 3 years, but at the same time I'm really scared of the waves and the ocean because they're really powerful. Noah just tells me to relax and breathe and be confident. So we go through all the safety routines, like always protect the board and your head. The board will always float. And can you swim? So obviously some people are going out surfing without even knowing how to swim. Wow. So after we complete the first lesson, and I have caught some waves on the big foamy board that you get as a beginner, I'm completely exhausted, but I'm super happy at the same time, and I'm booking the next lesson to the day after. And on the way back home on the scooter, I'm thinking I have to make a film about him. I asked Noah and he's super excited to do this, but at the same time he's very nervous to be on camera, just as I was very nervous to be on the waves. So we have this mutual exchange where this was my time to tell him to relax, breathe and be confident, because that's basically what you have to do to be on camera.
Perfect location on the beach.
We set up the interview and there's waves crashing in behind him and very beautiful setting. We do the interview and then that is followed up by him having a class, and I'm getting some shots while he's teaching someone how to surf.
So I started my business, Ski and Surf Bali, a year ago when it was COVID. It was no one here and pretty bad situation for us, so we couldn't earn money.
After reviewing the footage of this first day of shooting, I learned 2 things. Number 1, the ocean makes a lot of noise. Setting up an interview there, even with a good lavalier mic, is not a good idea. And the reason for this is not what you might think at first, that the noise of the ocean is too high for the voice to be heard. No, the problem is that Noah automatically switches from his conversational tone to his highly projected surf teacher voice that he uses out on the ocean to talk and communicate with his customers.
So I started with my team. It was sorry?
So his voice is super clear on the recording, but the tone of voice and how he's talking is not the relaxed conversational feeling that I was going for. Number 2, after the interview, and I follow him and his customer run and gun style handheld with the camera. I used the 57mm Helios 44-2 lens, which doesn't have autofocus. There's no stabilization, no help whatsoever, and it's quite a long focal length. I have no idea why I thought I could use this lens handheld. It's not possible, it gets too shaky. So I lose a lot of good shots by using the wrong lens. This is what happens when there's a short time to think and a short time to prep, and you have to think of everything on your own. So although this lens has some really nice characteristics to it and it gives a certain look, I have to get into my head that without a gimbal, without a focus puller, I should not use this when I do run and gun work. I have to make things more simple. So during the second surf lesson I advanced to the hard board, yay, and I catch some waves on that one too. Noah still has to push me up on the wave and scream up when I'm supposed to pop up. But it's a learning process and I'm slowly getting there. So a couple of days later, on a rainy morning, we set up the second interview in his office, or the backyard, where he keeps the surfboards that also works as an office. It was a much quieter place, and I managed to get the feeling that I wanted out of the conversation and the interview.
First day. So I'm going to introduce myself, or just like I'm Noah, I'm from Canggu straight away.
Still nervous, but second time around it felt a lot more secure. Another good reason for making a second interview is that after the first interview we started talking a lot more and we got to know each other better, and I discovered that we had this mutual interest in cleaning the ocean and protecting the oceans. Also, I discovered that
The thing that I would like to do in the future is probably snowboarding, because kind of surfing but different place.
and this is where the big promise that I made him comes in. But I will get back to that.
How you feel?
Comfortable?
Perfect.
Not really.
For the interview, I used the Canon R5 with a 24-70 lens with autofocus this time. I placed Noah under an umbrella, and then the sun was lighting him from the back, making this nice background glow, and it threw some light on the surfboards as well. I also put a little reflector in front of him, mounted it on a scooter to be able to catch some light on his face. All very makeshift, but it looks nice in the end. This is what you have to do when you're traveling and you can't bring all your gear that you want to bring. After this, we tried to get some more shots of him teaching surfing.
On my way to the beach on a rainy day. Gonna film some pickup clips on Noah when he's teaching someone to surf. Navigating traffic here is a bit of a mess. I'm not looking into the camera while driving though. That would be pretty dangerous.
And was just about to go out when the rain really came back, and it came back hard. It was like stepping into a car wash, from being sunny to a car wash in less than 30 seconds.
Making films about surfing in Bali during rainy season might get you wet. So I dropped the Canon camera up in the surfing place and just brought my iPhone down to the beach because the rain is so heavy right now. It's like Mr. Wet T-shirt contest here. But I really like it. It's still warm, still nice, and the iPhone is watertight, so it's safe. Thank you, Apple, for iPhone with cinematic mode. This is amazing. I love this.
The biggest thing that I learned on this project was, or at least started to learn, was filming surfing using a drone. I haven't been flying that much the last couple of years, but I just got this DJI Mini 3 Pro and started making friends with it. It was so much harder capturing surfing than I could have ever imagined. So many things to keep in mind. The direction of the waves, the direction the surfer is going, how fast the waves really are. Also, the altitude. You want to stay low so you're getting level with the surfer. If you're too low and a 3-meter wave comes up, the drone will be gone. So it's a constant, like, trying to get low, but then you have to go up, and then you see a wave, and then you get scared, and yeah. So it was a lot of learning in a couple of short sessions. I also tried capturing some surfing from the beach using the Canon R5 with the longest lens that I brought on the trip, which was the 70-200 lens. It was still a bit too short. The surfer is very small in frame. It works for a couple of shots, but rather quickly it gets boring. I guess you have to have like a 400mm lens at least to get good shots of surfing from the beach. It was nice to try, but now I know if I go out to shoot surfing again, I will use the drone, I will bring a better tripod and a longer lens. After I captured all the footage and all the interviews and all the B-roll that I could think of, I was still having this feeling that I don't have enough, I need more, but I couldn't figure out what else I needed. I tried to start editing the whole interview while still in Bali, but I couldn't focus on it. So I decided to wait until I got back home to Sweden to do it. I made a video about this editing process and the pain I'm going through and how to make a story that makes sense out of a long interview. You can watch it here. We landed on a Thursday, and I used the whole Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then on Sunday night I published the video. It was done.
Over there is Batu Bolong. You can learn how to surf. If you're pros, you can surf here. Hey!
When I was doing the editing, I was really amazed at how well the iPhone footage performed together with the Canon R5 footage. It actually works. I had to lower the saturation a bit, and I had to take down the sharpening a bit and massage it into getting the same feel, but it works. It's good enough for my purposes, which is so nice to know. I think the film turned out really nice. The feeling that I was looking for is there, and I'm happy to say that I'm proud of it. I'm also very proud of Noah, who said yes and went through with this. The people in Bali are amazing. They are friendly, they are loving, they are curious, and they are the best hosts you could ever wish for. And it feels so good to give something back to a local business owner who deserves all the credit in the world for letting us come to this amazing place and spend our time there. So finally, the promise that I made to Noah.
When my YouTube channel goes big, I'm gonna take him snowboarding because that's what he really wants to do. He's afraid of the snow just like I am afraid of the ocean. So it would be so much fun. And I made that promise to him. I hope it turns out well.
Would you like to see that content? Well, then hit the subscribe button and the like button and comment. I hope this was valuable to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.